Navigating Customs Regulations, Chemical Storage and Transport Essentials. Welcome back to our channel, dedicated to providing valuable insights into the world of customs brokerage and international trade. In today's video, we will be discussing the important customs requirements for chemical storage and transport. Handling and transporting chemicals come with unique challenges, and understanding the customs regulations associated with this industry is crucial for ensuring compliance and maintaining safety. Importance of customs requirements for chemicals. Chemicals play a vital role in various industries, including manufacturing, agriculture, and healthcare. Adhering to customs requirements is essential to ensure the safe and secure importation of chemicals while complying with relevant regulations. Classification and Customs Harmonized System, HS, codes. Proper classification of chemicals under the Customs Harmonized System, HS, codes is vital for accurate customs declaration. These codes help identify the specific category or type of chemicals being imported, enabling customs authorities to assess potential risks and apply appropriate regulations. Hazardous materials and dangerous goods. Many chemicals are classified as hazardous materials or dangerous goods due to their flammable, toxic, corrosive, or environmentally harmful properties. Importers must comply with strict regulations when importing and transporting these substances, including obtaining necessary permits and adhering to packaging, labeling, and documentation requirements. Compliance with international standards. Chemical importers must adhere to international standards governing the storage and transport of chemicals. Regulations such as the United Nations Globally Harmonized System, GHS, International Maritime Dangerous Goods, IMDG, Code, and International Air Transport Association, IATA, regulations set guidelines for the safe handling and transportation of hazardous chemicals. Preparing safety data sheets, SDS, safety data sheets, SDS, also known as material safety data sheets, MSDS, are crucial documents that provide information about the physical and chemical properties of substances, as well as their potential hazards, handling instructions, and emergency response procedures. Importers must ensure the availability and accuracy of SDS for the chemicals being imported. Import licenses and permits. Some chemicals may require import licenses or permits from regulatory agencies to ensure compliance with safety, health, and environmental regulations. Importers should work closely with their customs brokers and regulatory authorities to obtain the necessary licenses or permits before importing such chemicals. Packaging and labeling requirements. Chemicals must be properly packaged and labeled in compliance with local and international requirements. Labels must display relevant hazard symbols, safety instructions, handling precautions, and other required information. Non-compliance with packaging and labeling requirements can lead to customs delays and penalties. Customs notifications and documentation. Importing certain chemicals may require advance notification to customs authorities or specific documentation, such as import, export declarations, invoices, packing lists, and permits. Importers must ensure that all necessary paperwork is complete, accurate, and submitted in a timely manner to avoid customs clearance issues. Customs bond requirements. Importing chemicals may require having a customs bond in place. A customs bond serves as a financial guarantee to customs authorities that importers will fulfill their obligations, including payment of duties, taxes, and compliance with regulations. It is essential to work with a customs broker to determine the appropriate bond type and coverage for importing chemicals. Compliance with import restrictions and trade agreements. Some chemicals may be subject to import restrictions or trade agreements, such as those related to controlled substances, embargoed countries, or chemicals subject to specific international conventions. Importers must be aware of these restrictions and ensure compliance with the applicable regulations. Record keeping and reporting. Maintaining accurate records of chemical imports is critical for compliance. Importers should retain all relevant documentation, including customs declarations, permits, licenses, invoices, and shipping documents, for a specified period as required by customs regulations. Customs inspections and sampling. Customs authorities may conduct inspections and take samples of imported chemicals to verify compliance with safety and regulatory requirements. Importers should be prepared for inspections, ensuring that all necessary documentation is readily available, and that the imported chemicals meet the declared specifications. Transportation security measures. Transporting chemicals requires adherence to transportation security measures aimed at preventing unauthorized access, theft, or tampering. Importers should work closely with logistics providers to ensure the secure transport of chemicals and compliance with specific security protocols. Compliance with environmental regulations. Chemical importers must also comply with environmental regulations governing the handling, storage, and disposal of chemicals. Importers should be aware of any specific requirements related to waste management, recycling, or responsible disposal practices. Monitoring and updating regulatory changes. Regulations regarding the storage and transport of chemicals can change over time. Importers should stay updated with the latest regulatory changes, attend industry conferences or seminars, and engage with industry associations to ensure ongoing compliance and mitigate any potential risks. Industry best practices and training. To enhance compliance and safety in handling chemicals, importers should implement industry best practices and provide training to employees involved in the importation, storage, and transport of chemicals. This ensures that all personnel are knowledgeable about safety protocols and regulatory requirements. Understanding and complying with customs requirements for chemical storage and transport is essential for importers to ensure compliance, safety, and the smooth flow of international trade. By adhering to classification guidelines, obtaining necessary permits, packaging and labeling correctly, and working closely with customs brokers and regulatory experts, importers can meet their obligations and contribute to the safe and secure transportation of chemical goods. Collaboration with customs brokers and regulatory experts. Given the complexity of customs requirements for chemicals, importers are strongly advised to work closely with experienced customs brokers and regulatory experts. These professionals can provide guidance, ensure adherence to regulations, and assist in maintaining compliance throughout the import process. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our upcoming videos as we continue to delve into important topics related to customs brokerage and international trade.